We all know that feeling. You've had a long day, the kind where your brain's fried and your stomach's empty. And cooking feels impossible. So you stop somewhere quick, grab a meal to go. You eat it fast, barely tasting it, scrolling through your phone, half present. And when it's done, you look down. All this from one meal. You can't help but feel it, that quiet guilt, like somehow this just can't be right. And that's when it hit me. If it's this hard for people who care, what about everybody else? Despite failing to reach a treaty in Korea in 2024, my time at the UN Plastics Summit left me cautiously optimistic. I knew the next session would face real challenges, but I also felt like the world was waking up to the imminent plastic crisis we all face. And I met such an inspiring, diverse group of changemakers working passionately on the issue that it gave me hope that maybe we'd finally reached a turning point on a global scale. But after yet another round of global negotiations in Geneva and still no agreement on the plastics treaty, I started wondering, if the world can't agree on solutions at the top, what solutions are already happening on the ground that we can learn from? And those solutions usually lead to one answer: compostables. At home, my mom's been using those little green compostable bags for a long time.
It's for the benefit of the planet, come on.
But what does it really mean? Is it real? And if it is, why are we still using the kinds of plastics that last for hundreds of years?
Recycling is pretty well understood, but when you start thinking about compostability and biodegradation, it's an entirely different system. The number one material typically found in landfills is actually food waste. One of the hardest things about getting that food out of landfills is that it's wrapped in plastic. And so if it's covered in all this plastic, it makes it really difficult to compost the food. When you are able to take that food out of landfills and compost it, you create this high-value soil amendment and then return that soil to local farms to complete the cycle. And now we're seeing this resurgence of smaller companies getting involved with compostable materials.
That question brought me here to Atlanta, Georgia, to the BPI Summit, that little logo you see on compostable packaging,
Here it is.
to learn about industrial composting and compostables, and to see whether this might be one of the most practical, immediate ways to turn the tide on the plastic crisis. I wasn't sure what to expect. Was this just another buzzword, another green solution that sounds great on paper but gets lost in implementation? I wanted to meet the people doing the work, to understand how it actually functions, and to see if this could scale, not just in Atlanta, but in communities all around the world.
Of all the environmental issues that we test, Marco, the thing people are the most concerned about is plastics in the ocean. They're more concerned about plastics in the ocean than they are about climate change. Recycling is something that consumers have been all in on. However, increasingly we believe it does not work. When people hear that only 9% of plastics get recycled, it's totally demotivating. So there is not a lot of faith and trust that the system works. And the answer is biodegradability. We need people to actually compost, because right now they kind of think, it's not on me, it's on big brands. Like they ought to just figure all this stuff out. So we need to show them what we're talking about. And same with composting and biodegradability. We literally need to show, what in the hell is this?
When I met David Paull, the co-founder of CompostNow, things clicked. A designer by trade, he sees systems differently. He talked about designing a company around values like intention, respect, and growth.
We are a composting, hauling, and processing company. Food scraps are oftentimes sent to the landfill, and we quickly found that there was a demand within our urban environment to cycle the nutrients that are found in our food scraps into helping grow more food via farms and gardens in our community. And that has grown into a multi-state effort with over 100 employees. Design really gave me the tools to come to composting and say, let's not do this just like waste management. Let's think differently about something that we put out at the curb and we have no connection to it, yet it's something we all interact with every single day and has a fundamental connection to life.
David invited the whole summit to see up close how it all works.
This isn't just dirt, this is compost. So it's this rich, nutritious, super valuable soil amendment that we can add to dirt and other soils to help to improve biodiversity and improving soil health to help grow healthy foods once again. So it starts over here with everything that's incoming from the organic waste from our communities. So we have food, we have certified compostable packaging, yard waste, and then it moves through the system and breaks down, gets to this circular process to our finished compost. It's really the best way that we should be managing these resources.
I have to turn those piles about once a week, 7 piles to turn. It usually takes anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half if it's real muddy. I love what I do. I get to make dirt for a job. I mean, who wouldn't love that?
This is about so much more than plastic waste or greenhouse gases. Yes, it's a viable solution for those enormous problems, but this is also about soil. We pull nutrients from the earth every day with the food we grow, but we rarely put them back. And we wrap our food waste in plastic, hindering the planet's natural decomposition process. Our soils are dying, our food is less nutritious, and our global health is paying the price. Composting closes that loop. It's about rebuilding life from the ground up.
The culture of CompostNow is something that we really hold dearly to the effort. I think for all of us that are part of this, the co-founders, the employees, this work is far more than the business of this work. It is the mission of the work and the meaning of the work that really binds a lot of us together.
That's where I met Marcus. He's been working with CompostNow for years. Started out hauling food waste and worked his way up to lead the team. Before the sun's up, he's already in motion.
We usually get to our first stop by 6 a.m. So we have drivers come in like around 5:15. They come in, they load up for the day, and then they hit the road. I'm born and raised in Atlanta. The black culture in Atlanta, you can kind of like see it everywhere, from the art to the schools. Most of the streets are named after black leaders. There's something here for everybody. Atlanta is a great place to start something new if you want to. We're about to get ready to meet up with Clint. We're about to see him in action doing the curbside program. See, that one has a bag in it, so. Hey there, how's it going?
Good.
This is Clint.
Hi.
What's up, Clint?
We pretty much follow like a trash truck route, and anytime they have our bin, we pick it up, dump it, and we bring it back to our warehouse where our on-site team does the real work and sorts through everything.
And yeah, we brought a house, and we have our little one. She just turned 5 in June. Something I'm excited for is career day. I've already requested it off. This is her first career day, and I'm going to teach the kids about composting. I cannot wait.
This company has built something powerful, creating living wage jobs that let people provide for their families while literally regenerating the earth beneath them. I think that's what impact looks like when it's real.
This is my little brother right here.
How you doing? How you doing?
Marcus works alongside his younger brother Jamal. You can feel the easy love between these guys.
He actually got me this job here. It's a lot that he's done, and I'm really proud of him. I don't think he knows this, but I really look up to him. Every day I try to be just like him, but in my own little way. I really look up to him.
Across the world, people are more worried about plastics than ever before. Most people want to do the right thing. They just don't know how. That's what makes what's happening here so powerful. It's simple, local, and it works.
We hope that CompostNow in 5-10 years continues to grow, that policy and other things continue to support the development of this work to make it more accessible. It can't just be something that those that have expendable income can do. This needs to be something that's ubiquitous. It needs to be everywhere. We still can say, my grandfather was a farmer, my grandmother was a gardener. Like, we still have generational connections to the stewardship of land. And if we lose that, I'm pretty sure our society falls apart.
As polarized as politics have gotten in this country, doesn't matter how you vote, waste is a thing that everybody can agree on. I do think we'll see a lot of innovation. I think we'll see regulation and legislation. Money drives a lot of things, politics drive a lot of things. I think we can all come together and get on the other side of this waste thing.
For solutions like this to scale, we need systems that support them. The technology already exists, but adoption needs a push. That's where smart policy can change the game. National standards can make compostable products the norm. This isn't about over-regulation. It's about incentivizing the change we need and the innovation we want. So how do we encourage more startups like CompostNow? How do we give everyone access to better waste systems, ones that work with nature instead of against it? By the end of my trip, I realized composting isn't just about waste. It's about who we are, what we value. People like Marcus, Jamal, and David are proving that climate action doesn't have to start in Geneva. It can and must start right here. In our homes, in our wallets, in our soil. We don't have to wait for the world to agree before we start rebuilding it on our own terms. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are already under our feet. All we have to do is help them grow.